it's time for me to change the dressings on my scars. So I thought I'd show you guys. Yeah, here it is. I'll come closer. Inside, we've got these two scars up here, also from the surgery. My surgeon asked on the day whether I'd like to have like the lump of fat that's usually under your arm, whether I'd like that to be gone as well, like that's something that he said that he could do. And I said, yeah, sure. So in the surgery, he did 2 incisions, 1 either side, and liposuctioned to get this result. Let's take these off. There's one. So I've got my left side. So the stitches that were put in, they're supposed to dissolve, and it seems to be that pretty much all of them have, except for maybe 2 here. That's okay, they'll go away. Still got a little bit of texture. Time to use the tape that I was given from the surgeons there. About there. Alright. Till end of the week. It's 3 weeks post-op now, so I don't have to wear the post-op binder anymore. I never have to wear a binder ever again.
Things I used to bind my chest before getting top surgery. First up, we have compression bandages. I would use these on occasion before I even knew what top surgery and non-binary was. At the time I didn't know this was dangerous, so I would not recommend binding this way. Next up, we have the cheapest binders that I could find after stumbling upon the existence of top surgery. I found these on Wish for about $4 each. But once again, I would not recommend these ones because they're quite uncomfortable, and especially this one because it just kept falling down. Once I had enough money, I bought this binder from GC2B, and then about a year later I bought a second one from GC2B, the tank top version. I would highly recommend GC2B. They have lots of different colours and skin colours available with their products, and they are really committed to helping the community. And lastly, we have some high-impact compression sports bras from Sports Bras Direct. There's no underwire and padding is removable. And lastly, we have some high-impact compression sports bras from Sports Bras Direct. There's no underwire and padding is removable. Because you can't do physical activities in regular binders, I had to buy these for work. They worked really well with compressing and minimizing any bouncing of my chest. These were a fantastic substitute and I highly recommend them. I'm not sure if they sell these exact ones anymore, but I'm sure you can find some similar ones on their website. I forgot to mention this in my part 2 of what I used to use to bind my chest before getting top surgery, so here it is now, trans tape. They have a starter pack, which is what I bought and what you can see now. It's basically a sample pack, so you can test the product and know whether it's right for you. It also came with a pamphlet giving you more information on the product and instructions and diagrams on how to use it. You could probably also find this information on their website. Some good things about trans tape is that it comes in multiple different skin colours and you could leave it on for days, even in the shower. Before getting top surgery, this was the closest that I could get to getting the shirt on bare chest feeling. Some negatives about it is that it's extremely hard to get off. It's good to know that it's really sticky, that it will never come off on its own, but when it comes to taking it off, it really hurts. If not done properly, it will rip off a small amount of skin. often leads to stinging and scabbing in those areas. Trust me, it makes for a little uncomfortable and painful next couple of days once it heals.
So it's been 11 weeks since my top surgery. At 8 weeks post-op, I didn't need to put the tape on my scars anymore. And then I would start with scar treatment, which the surgeon gave me a tube of scar cream called Startoderm, as you can see here. And you've got to do it once a day, and I do it before bed, and you just massage it in to try help loosen up the scars so they're not so bulky. And I'll demonstrate right now. Just get a little dab. And then just cross a little bit. And then just circular motion, massaging it. And you just do that for the rest of the scar. And you just do that for the rest of the scar. So far my scars are healing quite well. The surgeon said that if you want to know what your scars will look like later on, just look at your other scars on your body. And after a few years, my scars just pretty much disappear. I would show some examples, but it seems to be that my camera doesn't want to focus on them. My scars around here are a bit thicker, which my surgeon said that that's normal because that's where more movement happens. Also, I'm still a little bit numb on my chest in some areas, and the surgeon said that that will take a couple of months to come back with feeling. I'm still a little bit numb on my chest in some areas, and the surgeon said that that will take a couple of months to come back with feeling. At 2 months post-op, my surgeon said that I can go back to any regular activities that I would do, but if it hurts, then obviously stop. And you might have to try again in a few weeks, and it might be healed up better then. My surgeon told me that I'm not allowed to put the scars in direct sunlight for the first year. I can't remember why though, unfortunately. I'm sure you can look it up. But yeah, I'm pretty much just living life now. Just able to do anything, and I went swimming in an indoor pool the other day, shirtless, and it was great. Did get a few weird looks. But yeah.
One of the recurring questions that I've gotten about my top surgery is why I chose no nipples. And there's a couple of reasons behind that. The main reason is because I've never liked the look of nipples under shirts, like when they just randomly poke out. I hate the look of it so much. And I hate that I hate it because I know that nobody has any control over it. So I just didn't want to have to deal with that. For me, nipples have no use. Not only just physically, but like for looks as well. I mean, no, for me, there was like really no point in keeping them. It would add more hassle to my healing process. Would have cost $2,000 more to keep them with the surgery. For me, I only see them as decorative. So if I change my mind, you know, I can just get some tattoos, like surviving cancer patients do. When some of them might lose their nipples.
My scars 3 weeks after surgery. At this time I wasn't allowed to use any scar treatment yet because of how fresh and new they were. My scars 2 months after surgery. My scars are pinker and thicker now, but I can start using scar treatment to lessen their appearance quicker. My scars 6 months after surgery.
Alright, so these are my scars after 6 months.
As you can see, the scars are still just as thick as before, but now they are no longer very pink. They're actually starting to turn white. If you look very carefully in the middle, there's a little line of white. Here's a quick side-by-side photo comparison for both the front and the sides. Despite the bad photo quality, you can see that the scars have healed so much after only 6 months.
Today's my 1 year top surgery anniversary. Yay! I was going to celebrate by like laying out in the sun with my top off, and because now I can have my scars out in the sun and it won't damage them, or as badly anyway. But I don't know if you can hear, it is pouring rain and thunder and lightning. So much for that. I guess I'll just have to do it another day, unfortunately. But yay, 1 year. It hasn't felt like a year, but I'm glad. Still absolutely loving it every day. Not impressed.
You said that you loved me and I trusted you. I know that you lied now, yeah, I won't be fooled. I'm not gonna get caught up in your insecure love. I don't want any of that insecure